This has to be the most fun and satisfying build that I've tried in 0.3. I'm not even kidding. This is not a clickbait. This is the most fun that I've had in 0.3, hands down. And the way that we discovered this build is actually pretty funny. After finishing all of my goals and challenges in hardcore SSF for a whole month, I decided to use my 1,000 divines that were just sitting in my stash tab. Instead of rotting away in standard, I wanted to use them for a brand new project. The project that we started with the community, and a lot of you were there, was called How Many Divines Will It Take? The whole point of this project was to find builds that are underplayed and least favorite. Then we created a voting poll and the community chose the builds that they want to see. First one with the most votes was the Ice Chronomancer. Next, we created a to-do list for the builds to go through, and once we finish everything, we're done with that one and we move on to the next one. Little did I know that Ice Chronomancer is not only going to complete the entirety of the to-do list within an hour without absolutely any issues, but it was fun, satisfying, quick, and so underestimated. This build is definitely something I'll be playing in 0.4. So obviously, for every single build that was selected for this project, we had a Google Sheet that we were recording how many divines we spent for every single piece of gear, and I wrote my feedback down below. So as you can see, a total of 182 divines is what I actually invested in, including the jewels and the charms. You definitely don't need so much to get it at the moment in the league, but just a small disclaimer, this is towards the end of the league, so a lot of things are underpriced, and obviously crafting is so much cheaper than buying stuff, but don't expect you going as a league starter and expecting to do wonders in the beginning of the league, because everything is going to be overpriced. You're not going to have the currency to do that. It's going to be so much harder. So everything here that you see is possible at the moment, okay? Just wanted to do this little project. It was pretty fun. But currently, as the league stands, around 50 divines is what you need to get this build online to start dealing the majority of the content. Just don't expect you to one-shot Uber Arbiter. Around 100 to 120 divines is when you can completely annihilate everything within the game. 180 is just an overkill in my opinion. Now, let's start with the guide. Since we were streaming all of this and you guys saw the gameplay, a lot of you actually asked me for a POB link or a guide or something to understand what we're doing. I'm gonna have the link below. I don't have a proper guide for this. It's just a POB link. I converted into max roll, but just to show you what we're running, the main ability that you care about here is going to be Frostbolt. This is the main thing that you see spreading around the map, which makes it super satisfying. And Frostbolt is going to have Rapid Casting 2, Cold Mastery, Efficiency 2, Scion's Temper, and Valentis Propulsion. These are the main ones. We've experimented with a lot of others, but efficiency is key here because this is a very, very mana hungry build. The second most important thing here for clearing is going to be cast on critical. Obviously, we need as much crit as we can. And why? Because we have Comet. So concentrated area, elemental focus, cold mastery, and efficiency. Once again, mana hungry. We definitely need our efficiencies there. You're going to see it multiple times around on Frostwall as well. Cast on critical is going to help you deal more damage for bosses. It's going to help you with the clearing as well. So it's a very, very primary ability in our set here. And that's basically it. That's all you need for clearing. Obviously, Arctic Armor helps out with cold mastery, freeze, cooldown recovery, cold penetration, and knockback. It keeps you a little bit more defensive, and that's basically it. You don't need to use anything else when it comes down to mapping. For bossing, you need pretty much everything else to get you working. Now, the most important ability when bossing is going to be Frostwall paired with Frostbolt. You're not going to be spamming this. You're going to pair it with it. It's a combo. Frostwall, Frostbolt. Frostwall, Frostbolt. Frostwall needs Fortress 2, Spell Cascade, Rapid Casting 2, Efficiency 2, and Cooldown Recovery 2. The Elemental Weakness, you want it to reduce their elemental resistances, and Frostbomb, you want it for the exposure. So obviously, we are going to be using Sigil of Power. You want to remain there so you can increase the power. You use Frostbomb on the boss, Elemental Weakness on the boss, and then you spam 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, and that's basically it. And the bosses just melt, shatter, whatever you want to call it. Beautiful gameplay. Now, the cool part about the Chronomancer, not any other ascendancy. I know this could work with whatever. I don't know why my POB does not save it, but I don't have Time Snap. If we go down, you're going to notice that I don't have Time Snap. You want to go for Time Freeze. I tried both. Time Snap is not bad for defensive purposes, because we do use convalescence, because we're only focusing on energy shield. You're going to notice here that I have only 1 life, which means that we have chaos inoculation. Convalescence, you use it to get your energy shield back. If you want to go for time snap, what this does, it resets the cooldown, so you can use convalescence again, which is pretty cool. But we don't want that. What we want is to go for time freeze. How you're going to use it is on bosses. So you're going to place elemental weakness, frost bomb on the boss with your sigil of power. You're going to use the wall into frostbolt, then you're going to freeze, and then you're free to just kill the boss. Very satisfying, I'm telling you. Then the gear. The gear is pretty straightforward as well. Rarity of items if you care about the drops. If you don't, just go with energy shield on everything, resistances on anything, and then critical hit. That's basically it when it comes down to the helmet, the chest, the belt, the boots. For the gloves, we're going for Night Scale for the critical hit, and also we're going for that because of the mana regen and all that good stuff. The amulet, we go for as much spirit as we can possibly get. As you can see, we've got around 200 spirit, so we can be able to accommodate everything that we need. Cast on critical, convalescence, Arctic armor, mana remnants. It's mana heavy, so we definitely need our mana remnants. So you need a lot of spirit in this build, which is why we also have spirit on the chest. Then the ring, obviously we need cold damage, maximum mana, elemental resistances, and we have another unique here, which is going to be the snake pit. Pretty important here. It's not mandatory, but it's pretty important because if you place it on the left ring slot, it's gonna, your projectiles are gonna fork, which is pretty cool. They cannot pierce, but they do fork. Not only for that, but you also get a ton of cast speed and spell damage as well. The one is very straightforward. Spell damage, cold spell skills, you get the levels as many as you can. Critical spell damage bonus and cast speed as well. And the focus is very similar. The gear is very straightforward. You can just hover over these and see it. A good tip for you to know if you're going for this build is take away the life flask, because you're going to get more charges if you only have the mana. But also the mana flask, don't just get anything random. Make sure that you get as many charges as you possibly can. As you can see here, the second mod, the second sentence there is 70% increased charges, and most importantly, get the low mana recovery there, which is the best one. Then you can hover over all of the jewels. You're going to see that they're very straightforward. Spell damage, cold damage, energy shield, critical hit, stuff like that is what we're looking for. And last thing to cover here, we've covered everything, is going to be the passive tree. You can choose to do the weapon set 1 or N2 if you want to. It's not necessary. Like, you can take away all of the green nodes that I was experimenting here with for the curses and just get everything that's red and yellow. We're focusing on spell damage. We're focusing on defense as much as we can with patient barrier, intelligence stuff here. We're going all the way to storm charge for the jewel as well. Pretty cool stuff. There's nothing major to talk about here. The reason why I came all the way over this node, and if you have a few more levels, I would suggest you going for crashing wave here. This is going to help you significantly, and you get as many crit nodes as you possibly can. You get all of this, you get all of these, and that's basically it. I absolutely love this build, and I am definitely playing it at 0.4, and that's basically it. If you have any questions, and I forgot because I'm rushing this video, I didn't expect to do a guide for this video, so I'm not really prepared, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity for you guys to try it out. We've got like 2 weeks to go, so you can have some fun with this build. Let me know what you think about the build. Let me know if you tried it, if you're gonna try it, and any questions that you might have in the comments down below. If you like these spontaneous things and random stuff that we're doing and builds and explanation, whatever, make sure that you like and subscribe. And as always, I'm going to see you guys on the next one. Peace.